Hey, what is up guys? It's HoveringBanana back with another Rocket League trading video. And this one we've got a new nothing to something, easily the most popular type of video on the channel. If you don't know what this is exactly, I did one previously and I traded a player's choice crate all the way up to an alpha cap, and I explained every single trade along the way. We would talk about things like why I did a certain trade, how much profit I made, and we'd even look at some of the bad trades I made and talk about those. And you guys really seem to love it. I think it was a great source for any beginner or intermediate traders, so I thought I'd do another one for you. And the trading scene has gotten more difficult, so we're gonna see if I still have that kind of magic. And if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got a bunch of Rocket League and trading videos and a lot of good stuff coming your way. But let's start out by talking about the item we're going to begin with, and that is a single Triumph crate. Now this started a few days before the double painted weekend, and Triumph crates were going for about 16 to 20 cents if we say one key is $1. We based that off people buying the Triumph crates for about 6 for one key and people trying to sell about 5 for one key, so that's a 16 to 20 cent range. Now the price actually does go up when it's the double painted weekend, and shortly after that it starts to take a dip, but we'll discuss that when we get there. And yeah, a 20-cent crate like this isn't the worst item to start with, but if you just play the game for a few hours, you should have an inventory worth a fair bit more than that. And our first goal in this series is to take the Triumph crate and trade it up to a Bubbly, and the Bubbly goes for about 22 keys, so it's a nice little first milestone. So with this Triumph crate, I decided to just ask around for offers, and very quickly I got a few. The second one is the one I took, where I got offered a Fractal Fire and Gaiden wheels. The Fractal Fire I value maybe at around 25 to 50 cents if you get lucky, whereas the Gaiden wheels I would say is maybe 25 to 33 cents. Now this is decent profit coming from the Triumph crate, but these are not super popular items. They're both unpainted. Not much demand for them, so it is a slow item to trade. That's the kind of downside with this trade. But from there, I was just looking for more offers on these two items, and the next day I got an offer on the Gaiden wheels, and that was 2 Triumph crates. So just with these 2 quick trades, you can already see a big difference in the inventory, doubled the amount of Triumph crates, and we got a free Fractal Fire in there. But considering the value of the Gaiden wheels, this trade isn't a huge amount of profit. However, the Triumph crates are much easier to trade, and that is also something you should take into account. From there, we got an offer on our Triumph crates. However, the guy wasn't happy with 2 Triumph crates for his scorer certified Dom GT. So unfortunately, we had to add in the Fractal Fire boost, but I was still happy with the trade. The scorer Dom GT was unfortunately from the CC1 series. The player's choice crate Dom GT is worth a lot more. It's like 1 key with some ads, whereas this with the scorer certification we may be looking at 1 key. The reason the player's choice crate version is more popular is simply because more people want to do trade ups using the player's choice crate version. Now with the Dom GT, I was hoping to find a nice overpay. It has a scorer certification, which is the second best certification, but unfortunately I couldn't get a great deal on it. However, I got offered a Paragon certified Imp. I call it the Imp, I think it's named the Imperator or something. Then on top of that we got a Triumph crate in there, that's 20 cents. And then we've got a whole bunch of other mixed crates worth about 5 to 10 cents each. If you look at the waffle and the bowler cap, you could pretty much ignore those, and I think I actually give those away later on. Now while I was looking for more profit, I'm kind of happy with this trade because we changed a single item into multiple, and now I have more items to work with. From there we had a bunch of adverts out for our little Imp, and the one invite we got was for the Imp selling it for 1 key. So I threw that in the trade menu, but the guy said he didn't want a certified version. I think he just wanted to track the regular stats. So we quickly had to downgrade our Imp to an uncertified version, and there was a bit of a worry in case he maybe found one while I was downgrading. But thankfully that trade went through and we could sell our Imp for 1 key. From there, I was looking around at what are some popular items at the moment, and I decided to try something out with the samurai. I decided to pick one up for a single key and see if we could maybe sell that for 1 key plus ads, maybe 2 keys, or maybe a decent overpay. And then next trade, we just simply flipped that samurai. We got 1 key, a triumph crate, and 2 victory crates. The victory crates worth about 10 cents each. And from there, I thought I'd keep trying my luck with these import cars. So I picked up a Paragon certified werewolf for 1 key. And this is just something to keep in mind in trading. If you're having success with a certain type of item, why not try similar items? If you're having success with labyrinths, maybe try sell some hexed, try some parallaxes, and maybe you find more items to make profit of. From there, we got invited for that werewolf, and I think the guy initially offered just a Jaeger, but we did a bit of negotiating, which you should always try to do, and we got an extra triumph crate in there as well as a victory crate. And in terms of the cars themselves, I would value both similarly at about 1 key. And the next trade I think comes from rltrades.com. I was just searching for what people were offering for the Jaeger, and I came across a guy that was looking to buy one for a single key. And if you are a beginner trader, this is just something to keep in mind. While I do value the Jaeger at 1 key, and I'm selling it here for 1 key, that doesn't necessarily mean we're not making profit. The key is a highly valuable item which almost everyone wants, whereas the Jaeger's not so much. So we do make profit in the sense that we're getting an item that is much more valuable. So from there, I decided to pick up another werewolf for 1 key, just another simple trade, just to try and continue our luck with the import cars. Then we move on to me selling 3 triumph crates for 1 key. And if you remember, we valued these at about 20 cents each, but the double painted weekend came along, and because this was the latest crate, the demand for them went much higher, and we were able to sell 3 of them for 1 key. So that's a good amount of profit we just made there. So based on the value of those triumph crates, we knew they are worth quite a bit and the price is going up. So we managed to look around and find a guy who probably didn't realize they went up in price, and we scored ourselves 5 triumph crates, a turbo crate, and 2 victory crates for 1 key. Triumph crates worth maybe 1.5 key, the turbo, I don't know, 5 cents, and then the 2 victory crates 10 cents each. So from there, we managed to score a nice deal for our werewolf. We got 3 triumph crates, 2 player's choice crates, and a victory crate. So you remember we were able to get 1 key for those 3 victory crates. Then we got 2 player's choice crates in there as well. They're kind of like a similar range, 1 key for 3. And then that victory crate, obviously 10 cents. So a good amount of profit on this trade. After that, we sold our 8 triumph crates for 2 keys. This was near the end of the double painted weekend, so the ratios were going a bit down. Everyone had already opened all their crates. So I decided to just sell them before they dropped too much. And I was happy with this deal still. Then with our 2 keys and our 2 player's choice crates, we picked up a Tora, the cheapest black market decal at the moment. And black market decals are like a gold mine for getting overpays, so we're going to see if we can get one of those, or maybe we'll just settle and get 3 keys for it. And for today's final trade, we simply traded away 2 victory crates for a beaten egg very rare. This is a non-crate very rare, and people are often trying to buy 3 of them for 1 key, and people try to sell them at a bit of a better ratio, so I would value this very rare at about 33 cents minimum to about 50 cents, and that's a great deal considering we're just paying 20 cents in victory crates. So as a quick recap for today's video, we started off with just a single triumph crate at about 20 cents, and now we got quite a nice inventory. We've got ourselves a Tora, that very rare we spoke about, and then a bunch of mixed crates. So that is some decent progress for our first episode. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like there, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.